Fatality.
So, full time, Arsenal nil, or should I say, Manchester City 1, Arsenal nil. Now, that's Arsenal out of the FA Cup. I'm still not happy that we got beat. Not happy that we're out of the FA Cup because that's a competition we're not going to win. But as I said, as I pointed out in my previous video, the con of being in the FA Cup was having the games. Should you get as far as the semi-final at least, is having the games that you'll have to then catch up with after you've done in the FA Cup. But let me just talk about the players and the game so far, because we made more changes than Man City. Man City still maintained a bit of a strong. Well, they maintained a strong team-ish. Their team was stronger than ours anyway, going by their standards. But Rob Holding, not good enough. Just not good enough. Like, that's an option if Saliba or Gabriel gets injured. You know what I mean? And that's if we're still gonna keep Tomiyasu on the right and not play Ben White as centre back just in case. You know what I mean? But that's an option. He couldn't really deal with Haaland. Like, if Haaland gets in front of Holding, he's fucked. This is why he made the foul that led to a yellow card. This is why his ass got subbed off at half time, because you can't risk it. You know what I mean? You can't risk that. You can't risk going down to 10 men in a game like that. You know what I mean? Now, Lokonga came on in the second half. Sorry, but not good enough. He's just, again, that's the replacement if Partey gets injured. Or Xhaka. You know what I mean? Sorry, but Lokonga just doesn't quite cut it. Vieira doesn't quite cut it right now. I don't know. I'm hoping that he improves, because I feel like with Vieira, there's a little something there that tells me that, he is going to be a decent player. But I think, as well, these players need game time. Tina was all right. Big Tross, he had a decent game. He was the most threatening in that game, especially in the first half. So we know what we're dealing with Trossard. He already looks part of us. You know what I mean? Tomiyasu, he had that shot. Bloody hell, that shot that he took in the first half, man. If that had gone in, man. Tomiyasu played. Most of the players did play all right, to be fair. And City, in all fairness, they were struggling. They were at home and they were struggling against us. They scraped a 1-0 win. And when I say scraped a 1-0 win, I mean they scraped a 1-0 win. AKA, it took a defender to just score that goal where he just kicks it and he's gone in, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Nketiah needs a better first touch. You know what I mean? We did have a chance when Big Tross crossed it across the box and Nketiah got a touch on it, but he just didn't quite direct it on goal. You know what I mean? Saka was alright, but again, it was a game where you didn't really want to run out all the first teamers in that game, because it's. I don't want to disrespect the FA Cup because I wanted to win it, but we need to also save players for the league, especially where we are right now. You know what I mean? Turner, the goalkeeper. Apart from the goal, he's still a good backup keeper. Just couldn't reach that shot. I'm just thinking, I've seen goalkeepers that are taller and whatever, and they've got good reach, and they just get a parry onto that. But yeah, we dealt with Haaland good enough. It's just that obviously in the first half, Holding couldn't handle him because, Holding gets too tight. He was getting too tight, and all it takes is for someone like that to just turn, to spin off you, and then running. Holding got the card because he was hugging him and pulling his shirt and whatever. So that's that. As for Man City, they weren't anything special. This ain't the Man City that we were used to that we were getting smashed by all these years. They didn't look like that, and they had a stronger team out. You know what I mean? So I'm not looking at this and thinking, oh well, because Man City have because Arsenal have blinked first versus Man City this season. That's no. It was only an FA Cup fixture. Cup games are different to league games. They can have their FA Cup. Let them have it, right? Because we all know what's going to happen. They'll get as far as Wembley, right? They'll get to the semi-final. They'll face a team that's won the FA Cup before, and then they'll lose. You know what I mean? You go look at Man City's record in the FA Cup. Whenever they face a good team in the semi-final, they lose. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. But when they did win it, who did they have in the semi-final? Brighton. Go look at Man City's FA Cup run of 2019. I shit you not, Everton would have won the FA Cup that year if they had that run. I'm telling you right now. You know what I mean? So Man City can have it, right? Since we're out of it now, you can have it. You know what I mean? I want Arsenal now to be chasing Europa League, right? Try and take that along with trying to take the league. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it now. Now, if should Man City get as far as the semi-finals, now we know that they're going to have a game in hand over us, and depending on what the points are saying at that point, who knows? You know what I mean? That's extra games for them. I'm just gonna look at the pros of not being in the FA Cup right now, because although I wanted us to go all the way, you know what I mean? We're not in it now. That's it for us. That's it for our FA Cup season of 2022. We're not going to win it. So, it is what it is. But I'm not going to beat myself up. I don't think the fans should beat ourselves up about it. We're in a really good position in the league. I do think that we're at least taking 3 points minimum from Man City this season. This FA Cup game hasn't shown anything to say that. It hasn't shown anything. You know what I mean? They struggled more at home against an Arsenal side that made more changes than them. So we look at that and be like, oh well, maybe we come here with our usual team. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I'm not taking this and thinking, oh well, you know, that's it. Man City have got our number for all the remaining games this season with both fixtures. You know what I mean? Now looking at it that way, I'll see this as an improvement. We've clearly shown we've improved against Man City, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be an end all and be all. For all we know, Man City might do double over us. For all we know, might do double over them. But yeah. Anyways, I mean, if I was to give player ratings, I don't really do player ratings, but Turner, 7 out of 10. Tomiyasu, 7. Gabriel, 7. Rob Holding, I gave him a 4. Saliba came on, he was alright. I'll give him a 6. Who was at left back? Tini was at left back. I'll give him about 6.5 or something. Maybe 7. Zinchenko came on. I'll give him. He didn't play for that long, but I'll just give him a 5. Midfield, Xhaka, I'll give him a 6. Partey played the first half. Give him 5.5. Vieira, I'll give him a 4.5. I want that impressed by him, to be fair. Not gonna stunt. I know Odegaard came on. He didn't really come on long enough and have that many touches long enough to give a rating. Lokonga, he just don't cut it. I'm gonna give him a 4. Big Tross, I'll give him 7.5. Maybe go as far as 8 because he was the most threatening. Martinelli, he showed some threat. I'm going to give him a 7.5 from what I saw. Nketiah, I'll give him 6.5. Saka, 6. I think that's all the players that were involved in the game, wasn't it? But anyways, yeah. But yeah, Man City, you can have it. You can have it. You know what I mean? On to the next one. Now we just got all we've got left now is the league and Europa League. So the league is going to be our main focus at the moment until Europa League comes back round. Next game is Everton at Goodison Park. I am not very confident about that game because new manager syndrome and all that. This is another test for Arsenal to pass, in my opinion. Some people look at you and be like, oh no, we should beat Everton. Don't be naive. We should do, yeah. But don't think that we're just going to go to Goodison Park and win 3-0, 4-0. Just because Everton where they are. They've now got a new manager, so we know they're going to play like Barcelona. You know what I mean? So, can't afford to get fooled by anything like that. But, yeah. Unfortunately, we're out there FA Cup. So, Man City have progressed through. I mean, just to take... I mean, it's a small club mentality to look at it and be like, oh, well, you've got more games than us, but that's the only way I can look at it now, because we're out. Didn't want us to be out. I just looked at it as there's a silver lining for if we do go out, or there's a silver lining for Man City, whatever. If they were to go out, you know what I mean. But now we know what the deal is. Man City will probably at least reach a semi-final, which means they'll end up having a game in hands, which means they're gonna have to try and capitalise once they finish that semi-final. Once they lose, now they've got to try and catch up, or whatever's happening in the league, they're gonna have to try and deal with it. So, whatever. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, follow the socials, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be the match preview of the Everton game. If not, maybe a video before that. Peace.